What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscriber die trying. You see the thumbnail. We got to talk about this topic. Stop arguing in front of your kids. Stop fighting in front of your kids. As a kid, I grew up, when my parents were together. It'll be a lot of arguing. They were younger parents and they were getting into it, and you get kids caught in the middle. And here's the reason why I'm gonna say what I'm saying. As I grew up, it was pretty chaotic when I was a kid, and some extreme things happened. But from that, I wasn't really moved by, like, if things get extreme or chaotic, I'm not really, like, I guess, there's a silver lining to every dark cloud. If things go left, I'm not really moved. I'm like, okay, whatever, because I've got a certain, I'm desensitized to it. But here's the problem. I remember getting into a lot of fights when I was at school. Because one, I was angry. Two, depending on where we were living, I remember living in an apartment complex in the DMV, and my parents would fight, and the neighbors are here, and their kids. I would go to school with their kids, and their kids would make fun of me, yelling for them to stop, like it was funny. And I remember beating one of them with a lunch tray. So I don't think people realize, like, why your kid get, the kid got in a fight. Well, why? And the kid got to explain to you what really happened, and you got to go, oh. Or just you're fighting so much that they take that everywhere they go, and then they wind up getting into it with people because they might think it's normal to just go somewhere and argue and cuss somebody out and this, that, and the third. Plus, I will say, with all the fighting, my profanity was like magnifique at an early age. Like, we were learning Sesame Street, but I had all other profanity down to a science, right? Then placement, tone, pitch, moment. What you say, I was there for it. I was there for it. But the problem, real talk, the problem is, now as they grow older, this is what they think relationships are. And when I say don't fight in front of your kids, you see the thumbnail about two people arguing in front of the kids. This goes for on the phone too, okay? Like, when you're on the phone, it goes for that too. When they're not there, because some of y'all, you argue on the phone, so you don't realize when people get older, they're arguing on the phone like it's normal. And some people don't like to be talked to crazy. Just because you think it's normal and well, I was in my feelings. I don't care if you was in your feelings or not. I really don't. Watch your tone. So now you got people just jumping off the handle or going off the handle with people because this is what they think is okay. So they think they're accustomed to. And then you got people who mess around, and this is the only kind of relationship they can be in, where they're arguing, where there's got to be fussing and fighting. So the littlest things are an argument. The biggest things are an argument. The medium things are an argument. And then you wonder why people don't want to be around you. Now, going a little bit back when I was talking about don't argue on the phone either. Don't get off of the phone and start talking bad about your significant other in front of your kid. Then you get off that mother, stupid mother, dumb mother, because now you don't realize these people, the kids grow up and they do this to people, and then they don't understand why nothing's working out. It's because, now everybody's quote unquote toxic. I think for the most part, most of y'all are just full of it. I think most of y'all think that, you can do disrespectful things to people, and then when they get tired of your stuff and they get at you about it, then all of a sudden it's toxic. And this is why I'm talking about this, about not fighting in front of your kids, because you can learn to have these arguments, disagreements, discussions, fights, where the kids aren't there. Like, hey, let's take this to the room. Let's wait till later, blah, 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 blah. You know, people are adult enough to do that. Not, and even when I was younger and my parents were fighting, there were times they could do that. But let me explain something to you. The most important part of this video is probably what I'm about to say now. Once you don't fight in front of your kids, because once you get comfortable fighting in front of your kids, you get comfortable escalating the fight in front of your kids. So you get comfortable with the yell, you get comfortable with the arguments, the sniping at people. You get comfortable, arguing and calling people out their names and stupid. Then you get comfortable putting your hands on people and your feet on people, and then hitting people with throwing things at people, and then you get comfortable with weapons and stabbing people and shooting at people. Then you get comfortable with all of that right in front of your kids, and then there ain't no going back. There ain't no going back. And then some of you, who got comfortable with that, then your kids grow up and you feel like your kids have become cold individuals, but you don't realize, why are they like that? You act like you don't know who you were when they were a child. You raised them to be calm and cold and callous because they just had to, I know you saw me stab your daddy, but just put that back in it. Oh, okay, stabbing is cool, okay. I know you saw me slap your mama. Oh, okay, slapping is cool, okay. Fight, this is how we love. Oh, okay, all right. So it becomes ridiculous, and then, you don't want to deal with people's family members if they get involved. Like, hey, man, I don't care what you say. Because the last thing you want to do is attack somebody's family member, thinking because of it's okay to fight somebody because you were raised that way, and you forget something. They were their brother or sister before you all two got together. So them breaking your back don't really mean nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm done. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.